Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Reanna and today we'll be doing a core focused yoga practice. To begin, we'll find a comfortable seat, maybe that's cross-legged on the floor, and we'll start linking our breath with our core. So settle in, begin by breathing naturally, just noticing your breath, your inhales, your exhales. Bringing a softness to the body, yet sitting tall, finding that place between effort and ease within your posture. When you're ready, begin to deepen your breathing. Breathing in and out through your nose, unless you ever feel like you need to take an open mouth exhale. That can be done for any reason. Otherwise, in and out through your nose, we breathe in, sending our breath all the way down to the bottom of our bellies, filling up our lungs, then the chest. As we exhale, we scoop our belly button up and in towards our spine, and this abdominal scooping or suction cupping up the body helps us to press all of our air back out. Maybe your inhales and your exhales are about equal, or I know for me, my exhale is always a little longer than my inhale. If you find the opposite is true, then no worries, just do your thing. Everything's correct as long as it feels beneficial. Continuing to breathe deeply, continuing to bring awareness to your breath, to your own unique pattern of breathing and being. Also continuing to bring awareness to your posture, somewhere between effort and ease. As you breathe in, notice how the belly gets full. As you breathe out, practicing that abdominal scooping or suction cupping belly button to spine. 3 more rounds of breath like this. Last one. You might be able to hear your breathing as well as feel the texture of your breath within your throat or within your body. We're going to continue to breathe deeply with a slight variation. So while we'll be breathing all the way down to the belly and all the way back out, filling up both lungs, we're going to think about taking, I like to call it a full body breath. So although your breath won't go all the way to the soles of your feet or the crown of your head, you're just going to maybe feel that in an imaginary way. So imagine if you could breathe in all the way past the lungs, all the way past the belly, down your hips, down your legs, all the way to your feet, and soften everything along the way. And then feel or imagine that as you exhale, you could scoop or suction cup up the body with engagement of the arches of your feet, your pelvic floor suction cups up, your belly button towards your spine, your throat right under your chin, the roof of your mouth, and finally we get a little taller as the breath, we imagine, exits through the crown of our head. So breathing in, we feel or imagine the breath coming down from the crown of the head. It does pass through the lungs, the belly, the pelvic floor, the hips, the legs, the feet. We soften. As we exhale, we start to suction cup up the locks of the body, or the bandhas as we call them in yoga. So arches of the feet, pelvic floor, navel, throat, roof of the mouth. The breath, we imagine, exits through the crown of the head. We inhale and soften back down, making space and becoming open for the breath to travel all the way to the soles of the feet. We feel the arches release. Exhale, and this is at your own pace. So exhale, we're suction cupping. Imagine like a cone up through the crown of the head like pyramid. And then we inhale, we soften back down. Let's take 3 more full body breaths. Just remember, on the way down the body, we're inhaling, we're softening. On the way back up, we're exhaling and we're scooping, we're suction cupping up the locks of the body, arches of the feet, pelvic floor, navel, throat, roof of the mouth. For 3. Nice and slow. Last one. So hopefully with the practice of your deep breathing and the variation of your full body breath, you've got a good understanding of how your core is linked with your breath, because our core, it actually starts along fascial lines that run up from the soles of our feet, travel through all of those locks or bandhas, and it's all connected with the breath. So let's get started with our physical practice. If you would change the cross of your legs, assuming you are maybe in cross-legged. If you are, put a different leg in front, wiggle out the bottom muscles, making space for the tailbone to rest down. And we'll begin with a cat-cow flow, always linking movement with your own unique pattern of breath. Something doesn't feel good, change it, release it, do your thing. Breathing in, we'll scoop the heart forward. Notice the arch at the mid to upper back. That's where most of the mobility in your back is. As we exhale, we'll round our spine, scooping belly button up and in. Go ahead and flow through these motions. No need to practice the full body breath, just practicing our deep breathing. But at this time, we don't need to imagine that the breath is coming all the way down the body and back up again. We're just thinking of breathing into both lungs and breathing out fully. This is going to be for about 8 rounds, more or less is fine. So we have 3. Finishing up your cat-cow flow at your own pace. Come on back to center. We'll start to circle our arms slowly forward and down, moving the shoulders as the arms flow. This is for about 5. It's always your own count, your own pace, so more or less is fine. Pause and reverse, taking the arms back and down for about 5. And I want you to think about how this feels at the core or trunk of your body. How does your core support the movement of your arms? Also muscles surrounding the shoulder blades. Do 1 more. And when you're ready, come back to stillness. Let's take some wrist circles. Circling the wrists, moving the hands for about 5 one way. Pause, reverse, go the other direction about 5 times. We'll add some finger flicks. So like you're flicking water off of the hands, just for about 5. There's no really magical reason that it's 5. 5 is just a good number. I'm going to turn to the side just so that hopefully you can see the positions a little bit better here. I'm crawling my big toes to touch. I'm allowing a slight space between my heels, just whatever is comfortable for you. I'm going to guide hands to my legs or have hands down for more support if needed. I want to open up my knees and my hips so that I have space to bring my belly forward. There's that cow spine again, that gentle arching of the mid and upper back as we lift the heart. As we exhale, I'm guiding my knees back into alignment with my hips. So hips closed. I'm going to round back to cat spine, curling in, scooping the navel to the spine. And I'll flow between these two movements. Inhale, knees open, hips open. We scoop the heart forward, arching the mid and upper back. Exhale, we close the knees, we close the hips, we curl back to cat. Breathing in. Breathing out with that abdominal scooping. Let's see if we can do 5 more. Hopefully you're feeling some engagement in your core as you lean back. Last 3. More or less is fine. You're at home, so I'm not going to know if you discontinue. Last one. I'll meet you at a tall neutral spine. We'll try a little boat pose here. Hands can be down, hugging the legs or reaching forward. I'm going to round back like I'm doing cat spine, but at the same time, I'm going to lift the heart just a little bit. So finding that place somewhere between cat and cow. So you want to feel the abdominals. You want to round back enough that you're feeling the abdominals, not the lower back, but you want to lift the heart enough that you are feeling more balanced. So that slight lift of the heart with abdominal engagement is going to give you the balance for both. Try lifting one leg. If that doesn't work, put it down. If it did work, try the other side and then put that down. If that worked well, try both. There's that lift of the heart helping you out. As we breathe in, feet land, hands behind you. Experiment with which direction it feels good in your wrist to place your fingertips. I always like my fingers pointing down towards the top of my mat. Wrists are going to be about under shoulders, and if wrists still bother you, make fists with your hands. Breathing in, I'm going to press through my feet, and I'm going to feel, or I'm going to imagine as I press through my hands that my hips lift any amount. Maybe hips don't leave the ground. That's okay. Imagining them lifting away from the earth is the start of the pose. Maybe you end up in a reverse tabletop. If you do, I like to begin by looking forward or upward. I very rarely will tip my head back because it feels very uncomfortable in my neck to do that. As I exhale, I'm going to slowly land the hips back to the ground. I'm going to find some variation of boat that I like. So do what you like. Inhale, land. And lift to reverse tabletop, or sometimes called reverse plank. Adjust the eye gaze for comfort in your neck. Exhale, land, boat. Inhale, lift, reverse table. At your own pace, maybe we do 4 more. Deep breathing. Last 2, you're probably, if not already, starting to feel a stretch across the chest and across the front of the shoulders. Last 1, linger for a moment if you love reverse table. And whenever you take an exhale, that's when you come down, do 1 more boat. You can linger here for a moment if you love boat. And then set it down. As you come back into a seated position, maybe that's cross-legged, try to put a more uncomfortable or awkward feeling leg in front. As long as it feels beneficial, just try to cross the legs in a non-dominant sort of way. To recover, we're going to start with rib cage circles, opening up each side body as we flow in a circular motion over the legs, about 5 times one way, so be aware of which direction you're going. Move with your core, follow your breath. 1 more time this way. Pause, reverse, go the other direction. for 2, or whenever you hit 5, come back through center. Breathing in, reaching up. Exhale, hinge from your hips to forward fold over the cross of your legs. Coming down any amount. Reaching. Lengthening your head, neck, and spine in alignment with each other. Lots of space. We always want a lot of space between shoulders and ears so our neck is long. Shoulders softening down our backs and towards each other. See if you can find that place between effort and ease within this posture. Take one more round of breath. Inhale, walk your hands towards your legs. Sit tall, exhale, and roll your shoulders down your back. We're going to crawl into all fours and get stacked. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Tabletop. From a stacked tabletop position, I'll shoot my right leg back behind me. Lots of energy going down the back of the right leg. A softness in the right knee. Lots of energy through the right heel. My right toes are tucked under. Now, if it feels okay, or maybe even good in your body, I'm going to inhale and shift my shoulders just forward of my wrist, getting light on my right toes. I'm going to exhale, shift my shoulders back over my wrist or back from the wrist even as I send my right heel backward and downward, experiencing a slight release at the back of the right leg into the right calf. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, shifting back. For 2, I'm keeping my hips squared, which means they're in alignment with each other. I'm keeping my core engaged by continuously drawing my belly button towards my spine as I'm still breathing. Never holding the breath. Come forward into a stacked position, shoulders over the wrists, and release the right knee down. Let's switch sides, going over to the left. Left leg shoots back, energy through the left heel. Breathing in, coming forward of the wrists. Exhale and shifting back. For 3. See how light you can get as you suction cup up the palms, through the armpits, navel to spine, at the throat, the roof of the mouth. Do one more. And back. Come back, stack, and release. Let's head to child's pose. Knees can stay aligned with hips or knees can open. Exhale, shift the hips back and reach down any amount. You can float your forehead up. You can always, if you have like a pillow or something, maybe a block under your forehead or forehead down to the mat. As you breathe in your child's pose, let's talk about shoulder stabilization. So whenever I'm supporting myself with hands down, like in child's pose, down dog, any of the planks we'll do today, I'm going to gently wrap my armpits in towards each other. This stabilizes my shoulders. At the same time, I'm softening shoulders down my back towards each other. Now, we can talk about that a lot, but when you really see the difference, so look up for a moment and see if you can notice, like, I'm not wrapping my armpits towards each other. Now, my shoulders are in an unstable position, and now I'm wrapping my shoulders gently towards each other. So I'm letting armpits look inward. Now my shoulders are stable. So So maybe you can see the difference, maybe you can feel the difference. Let's take one more breath in child's pose. We always want to stabilize our shoulders, but we don't want to work too hard at it. We want to stay soft. Effort and ease, everybody. All right, come up, find all fours, breathing in. We will again send that right leg back, this time lifting it up. Come up on your left fingertips. Maybe you float your left hand up or reach your left arm forward, balancing table. Lots of energy through the arm, through the leg, the fingers and the toes. Right foot is flexed. My hips are squared. This means that I'm not allowing my right hip to come open. I'm drawing right hip down in alignment with the left hip. Breathing in, an option to do 5 quick exhales back out through your nose. So inhale through the nose, exhale for 5 with arm and leg pulses. 3, 2, 1. Neutral round of breath. Inhale through your nose, long deep breath. Exhale quick through the nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Neutral round of breath. Arm and leg pulses. Breathing in. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, breathing out, that neutral round of breath to reset. Then release the arm and the leg. Left side, left leg goes back, lift it up, square the hips, right fingertips, raise or reach the right arm forward. So lots of options. Find your core, belly button to spine, a neutral round of breath. Breathing in deeply, and on your exhale, through your nose, it's 5 quick pulses of the arm and leg. When you're ready, breathing in, and exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Neutral round of breath. Breathing in deeply, followed by 5 quick exhales. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time at your own pace, neutral round of breath. Then you inhale, exhaling through the nose for 5 quick pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Neutral round of breath. And when you're ready, release. Let's take another child's pose. This time for only 3 rounds of breath. I want you to think about softening. I want you to think about lengthening down your back and stabilizing your shoulders somewhere between effort and ease. One more round of breath. On an inhale, come back up. Stack your joints in all fours. From all fours, I'm either going to walk my knees back or my hands forward, maybe a bit of both, to come into my plank with knees down. For my plank, wrists are under shoulders. Notice how my head, neck, and spine is in one line. I'm not looking way down, I'm not looking way up. Finding that neutral head, neck, and spine. Belly button scoops up and in, but I'm maintaining my neutral low back curve. I want you to try a full body breath here as you maintain plank. Inhale down the body and soften. You'll have to stay slightly engaged in your core though. Exhale, scoop up the locks of the body, starting at the soles of the feet, pelvic floor, navel, throat, roof of the mouth, crown of the head. Breathing in, we soften, keeping the core slightly engaged. As you exhale, suction cupping up the body. At the same time, bend from your elbows, lower down hips, belly, chest. If you like low cobra option for that, you can either keep big toes touching, heels spaced, or you can take your legs out, possibly as wide as the mat. Hands are set beside the heart. We're going to place 1 to 2 pounds of weight into our hands. Inhale, get really long down the body, especially lengthening the spine. Then lift your heart any amount, placing 1 to 2 pounds of weight in each hand. Exhale, bring the heart down. If it felt good, do it again. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the heart, look over your left shoulder. Exhale, look forward and release down. Inhale, low cobra, look over your right shoulder. Exhale and release, coming fully back down. From here, on your belly, stack your hands, rest your forehead on your stacked hand. Bend your knees, feet floating in the air, and begin to windshield wiper your legs, your lower legs, side to side. This is a nice release for your lower back. Do one more each direction. When you're ready, float the feet up and release them down. Set your hands like you're going to do a low cobra. Act like you're going to do one for a moment as you inhale. Then exhale, come through all fours. And continue to tuck your toes under, lengthen your legs, lift your hips, and you find your first downward facing dog of the practice. Softening the knees. Heels don't have to ever touch the ground. If you'd like, you can walk out your feet, lowering one heel. Doesn't have to touch, and then the other. Keeping the shoulders stable, belly button scoops to spine. Deeply breathing. You can practice your full body breaths whenever you want to, whenever you think they'll help you in a pose. Find some stillness and take one more round of breath in your down dog. Inhale to the balls of your feet. Exhale, bend your knees. Act like you're going to all fours, but keep the knees lifted. You're in a stacked position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, your turbo plank. Next time you exhale, continue by walking your feet towards your hands and fold. We'll separate our feet about hips width apart, a generous bend at our knees. Inhale, coming up halfway, lengthen your spine, let your heart look down to the ground. The chest is open and we keep it open by drawing shoulders down our back towards each other. Exhale, hip hinging to forward fold. Make sure the knees are generously bent. Sink into the heels, light on the toes, but they're down for balance. We'll inhale and slowly uncurl. Standing up as slow as you can, stacking one vertebrae of your spine on top of the next. And we're up, mountain pose. Separating the feet. Hips distance, knees soft, neutral low back curve. Hands come to heart if you would like. Take a moment to observe your heartbeat. Take one more round of breath, just like this. Let's try our full body breath in standing. So I'm going to inhale down the body, starting at the crown of the head, passing the roof of the mouth, the throat, the belly, the pelvic floor, all the way to the arches of the feet. Exhale, suction cup up the body. Arches lift, pelvic floor lifts, belly button, throat, roof of the mouth, and we get light through the crown of our head. You know what? Let's do one more full body breath on your own. Good. Stand at the top of your mat. Option to inhale while reaching the arms up, lifting the heart any amount that you want. This means that we might bend back, but if we do, our low back is stable. The mobility at our mid and upper spine behind the heart is what allows us to arch back. Exhale, engage your core. Belly button scoops to spine. Your core is what helps you come back up to a neutral, tall, stacked spine. We exhale, bringing hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. This time, hug your right wrist in your right hand. Feet can be hips width apart, or to make it a more challenging balance with a smaller base of support, big toes touch, heels apart. As you exhale, leaning up to the sky, then over towards your left. Side body stretch on the right. You can look down, forward, or up. Take one more round of breath, and on an exhale, we'll restack our spine. using our core. Hug your left wrist in your right hand, breathing in, getting tall. As you exhale, you lean up to the sky, then over to the right side, bend, full round of breath. And remember, we're going to take our exhale up to the top. Now coming up, restacking on an inhale would also be correct if that was your thing. But if you need to recruit the core more, you need more power, more strength to restack the spine, the exhale is what is going to help us find more power to restack. Option to do that one more time. We're going to inhale, reach up, hug left hand around right wrist. Exhale, lean to the left, full round of breath. Breathing in, on your exhale, you come back up, switch right hand to left wrist, inhale, exhale, lean to the right, full round of breath. Breathing in, when you breathe out, come back up, restacking to the top. Inhale, reach up, exhale, forward fold. Heart towards the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, hands come down, step your right leg back, release your back knee down, tuck or untuck your back toes. Front knee is over the ankle and hips are squared, meaning left hip goes back, right hip goes forward. We root to rise, use the glutes, use the core, come on up, low lunge. Feel into the pose, feel into the hips, feel into the shoulders. Notice your breath and soften. One more round of breath. Exhale, hands come down, step back to your plank. This could mean that knees are down or lifted. On another exhale, you choose whether you lower halfway or to your belly. Inhale, a low cobra, high cobra, or upward facing dog, done on the tops of the feet, knees up or down. Knees come down, tuck the toes, scoop belly button to spine to initiate the transition to downward facing dog. Big toes touch, heels face. Inhale, experiment with lifting your right leg any amount upward to the sky. Experiment with whether it feels better to point the right toes or flex the right foot. I know pointed toes look prettier, don't they? But a flexed right foot is going to get you more into your hamstrings and your right glute. When you're ready, we're going to exhale, draw our right knee forward, look past the hands. Go ahead and set the back knee down for an easier transition and continue stepping the right foot forward. Low lunge. When you're set up from the base, square the hips and breathe in. Low lunge. Right leg's in front now. Spin a round of breath. Squeeze your legs towards each other, all directions for balance, yet find ease. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, tuck your back toes, float your back knee up. This is our runner's lunge. Back heel is in line with ankle. Front knee over ankle. I'm especially rooting down into the front heel, which is my right heel, but I want to keep my right toes down lightly for balance. I'm going to exhale and lightly step the left foot up the mat. I'm not committing to my forward fold though. Keep the right leg rooted in front. Inhale, sweep the left leg back. Control with core 3 more times. So we're going to continue to have the right leg in front. We're doing a teaser step forward with the left leg. Tap it forward. Inhale, left leg goes back. Exhale, tap the left foot forward. Inhale, left leg goes back. One more. Use your core. Inhale. On this one, we exhale, land both feet like a forward fold. We're going to inhale, make space for our breath by coming up halfway. This time at halfway, start to bend your knees and lower your hips down like you're doing a squat. Lift the heart. Spine is on a diagonal line as we sit back into our glutes, neutral low back curve. Chair pose or fierce pose. You can do whatever feels better with the arms, but maybe bicep muscles, so upper arms are near the ears. I'm opening the heart. I'm looking forward. Belly button is up to the spine for engagement. Inhale, lengthen the legs. Lift the heart if you want. Exhale, restack the spine. Breathing in. Breathing out, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down. Left leg goes back, set up for a low lunge, back knee down. Breathing in, come up to low lunge. On your exhale, hands come down. Find your plank, take an optional vinyasa or a flow, which means halfway or to your belly. Inhale a low high cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, we set the knees, we tuck the toes, we initiate belly button to spine, then down dog. Big toes touch, heels spaced. Inhale, left leg experiments to the sky, point the toes or flex the foot, whichever. Take a breath. On your exhale, we start to step the left foot forward. Back knee comes down. Left leg's in front now. Inhale, low lunge. This is a very fiery moon salutation, isn't it? Resetting the breath. When you exhale, hands come down. Find your runner's lunge. Back toes tuck, back knee lifts. Rooting through the left heel is going to really activate the hamstring muscles at the back of the left leg and the left glute. We're using those muscles and our belly, our core muscles there. Exhale, teaser, step the right foot forward, don't land. Inhale, right leg goes back. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale back for 2 with your own breath. Last one. Exhale, right foot lands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, from halfway lift, bend the knees, lower the hips. Chair pose just for a moment. Inhale, stand up, lift the heart. Exhale, hands to center. Ooh, my mat's all crooked. I'm all breathless and a mess. From standing, let's take a calming moment, a calming breath. For breath of joy, we'll come to the top of our mat. We'll breathe and lift our heart up. Exhale, restack our spine, bend our knees, hinge from our hips, kind of like a chair, but we'll fold forward and sweep our arms up to the sky. Breathing in, lift the heart, open mouth, exhale. Inhale, rooting down, rising up, lifting, opening, exhale, and that open mouth exhale might have sound. Let's do 3 more, your own pace. Breathing in, breathing out. Last one. I'll meet you standing tall, lifting the heart. Exhale, restacking your spine. And from here, big toes touch, heels space. Reach the right arm up, hug right wrist, left hand, breathe in. Exhale, lean up, then over to the left, opening and breathing into the right side. Breathing in, breathing out, come back up and switch right hand, left wrist. As you exhale, lean to the right, take a full round of breath. Breathing in, breathing out, come back up. Option 2, hug hands at your lower back, hugging a finger or two or interlacing your fingers. Keeping the hands at the lower back, arms lengthening, palms drawing towards each other. Exhale, optional to forward fold with hands at the lower back. Big stretch for the shoulders. If you want more sensation in the shoulders, slowly invite your hands upward towards the sky. Take a full round of breath. Inhale in very slowly. Allow your hands to come down. Rising up just halfway. Getting long through the spine. Exhale, hands come down. We step or jump back to our plank. Option to flow, modify, or skip it. Going through the low push-up halfway or to your belly. Inhaling a heart opener like low cobra, high cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big toes to touch, heels spaced. Inhale, invite the right leg to the sky. Possibly open your right hip. Bend from your right knee and flex your right foot. Shoulders stay squared or even with each other. They stay engaged yet soft, stabilizing, using your core. Maybe your eye gaze floats under your right armpit. Inhale to slowly lengthen the right leg. Reclose the hips so they feel squared. Exhale and start to guide your right foot forward. Left knee can come down as you transition. And we'll find warrior one. Back knee lifts, back heel turns in, release it down. Front toes are forward, back toes are on an angle pointing to the upper left corner of your mat. Feet are about hips distance. When you're ready, root down to rise up. Breathing into warrior one. Hips are squaring, so that means right hip's coming back, left hip forward. And then do whatever you want with the arms. I'm going to reach mine up. Breathing in. Breathe out, and we'll practice our breath of joy. Exhale, come down any amount. Maybe you fully surrender and sweep the arms up. Inhale, lengthen back up. Lift the heart. Just two more at your own pace. Exhale. One more. Oh, it's tipsy balance. And come back up. Breathing in. Exhale, warrior two. Back toes to the side of your mat. Front toes forward, and it might feel nice to just slowly scooch this front foot in a little bit. Front knee maintains right over ankle. We add the arms out. Let's begin by gazing down the front middle finger, so over the right hand. Take a breath. Stay where you are, but change your eye gaze to the side of your mat, keeping your neutral low back curve. Next time you exhale, keep the pose, but change your eye gaze over the back middle finger and beyond. So over the left hand behind you. Breathing in, gaze to the side of your mat. Breathing out, back over the right hand. Flip your hands towards the sky, lengthen. Exhale to reverse your warrior two. Right arm reaches up and overhead like a crescent moon. Left hand light at your back thigh or arm binding halfway. Left arm around your lower back. Lift the heart, lean back. Next breath in, restack your spine. Journey back from where you came. Exhale, right forearm meets your upper left thigh. Maybe you extend the right hand, reaching down, engaging your core to stay lifted through the lower side body. The left arm joins, maybe reaching out up to the sky or forward of your head. If this isn't hard enough, start to reach your right arm forward and taking a breath in. Exhale, recruit your strength, come back to warrior two. Land. Look at your right toes, pick them up, pivot on that right heel. For a side stance, toes are to the side of the mat with feet parallel. We'll exhale, right heel in, right toes out, then the other, our big plie squat. So we've got both heels in, both toes out. We'll welcome our left forearm down to our upper left thigh. Reach our right arm up. Exhale, side body stretch on the right. Lift the heart, lean back. As you exhale, round down, come forward and switch sides. Right forearm, left thigh. Reach it up, reach it over. Left side stretches. And we come forward as we exhale. We round down. Come up through center. Big breath in. Lengthen the legs. Change the feet so toes are back to the side of the mat. Feet parallel. Exhale, hip hinge. Wide leg forward fold. Take your time. Folding in half. Hands come down for support. Head is heavy. Neck is long. Knees are soft. 2 breaths. One more round of breath. Make it a full body breath. Breathing down the body, softening. Bringing back up all the air as you suction cup. On your following inhale, rise about halfway-ish, keeping the hands down. Generously bend your knees. Pivot on your feet. Keep breathing out. Crawl your hands back towards whatever is the front of your room. So crawling the hands towards the right. You'll end up in your runner's lunge. You could set the back knee down if you want to. Left hand comes down for support, maybe even making a fist with the left hand. Rotation from your mid-waist, keeping the hips squared. Exhale, twist towards your right. Maybe you half arm bind the right arm at your lower back. Lean back, head, neck, and spine align. One more round of breath. Inhale, untwist. Take the hands down. Step back to your plank. Option to flow, modify, or skip it halfway or to your belly. Inhale, a heart opener of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big toes touch and heels spaced. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Open your left hip, bend your left knee, flex your left foot, gaze under the left armpit. Left hip is open, shoulders are squared. Take another round of breath, possibly a full body breath. Inhale, lengthen your left leg, close your hips. Exhale, guide your left foot forward and begin to set up for warrior one, taking your time. Back heel shifts down, back toes turned out. We root to rise with squared hips. We arrive in warrior one. Now, when I say squared hips, forget about what it looks like, just feel into it. We're guiding the left hip back, the right hip forward, any amount until we feel a beneficial sensation in the hips, in the legs, everywhere else in the body. Breathing in. Breath of joy. Exhale, coming down any amount, sweeping the arms up if you want. Control with your core. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale. One more breath of joy. Inhale, come back up. Warrior one. Exhale, take it to warrior two. Back toes to the side. Scooch that front foot forward, arms out with strength. Look over your front middle finger, take a breath. When you inhale, look to the side of your mat and breathe. Next exhale, gaze over your back hand. Next inhale, look to the side of your mat. Next exhale, look back forward. Just noticing how the change of eye gaze sort of alters the way we feel in the pose as well. Flip your palms to the sky, breathing in. Exhale, reverse your warrior two. Left arm comes up overhead like a crescent moon. We feel into the left side oblique, and sometimes it's nice to lift the heart and lean back. Keep the neutral low back curve. One more round of breath. You can make it a full body breath if that feels beneficial. Recruiting all the spaces of the core. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale here, and on another exhale, find your side angle. Left forearm comes down lightly. Right arm might reach up or reach forward. If it's not hard enough, left arm joins in, reaching forward. On the next exhale, we come back to warrior two. Look at your left toes, pick them up, pivot on the left heel. Stay where you are. I'm going to turn just because I'm getting very backwards from you. We're in our high side stance. So facing the side of the mat, toes to the side, feet parallel to begin. Then we'll shift left heel in, left toes out. Right heel in, right toes out. Come on down to your plie squat, bending the knees, lowering the hips. Work to keep what feels like a neutral low back curve. Inner thighs engage, left forearm comes down. We reach that right arm up and over. We're in a side body stretch. On an exhale, round forward, take it through. We come to our right forearm. We reach up and overhead for our breath. And we round down as we breathe out. Come back up. Inhale, lengthen the legs. Bring the toes back to the side of the mat. Feet parallel again. We'll go into our wide leg forward fold as we exhale. Taking your time down, lengthening the neck, letting the head drop. Knees soft. If you love wide leg forward fold and being still with your breath, stay there. If you want to try some lateral lunges or a high skandasana, I'll walk you through that. I'm going to keep my hands down for support, bending from my right knee. My left leg is long, but the left knee is soft. Weight in the heels, light on the toes. Then I switch sides. Right leg lengthens with a soft bend at the right knee. Left knee bends. If you feel really tight, I would keep it high up. If you feel open to this pose, then keep the hands down. Bend more from the right knee, shifting onto your left heel, left toes to the sky. Right heel might be lifted, or you can experiment with setting the right heel down. See how this works. Be ready if you fall over. It happens. Use the arms to counterbalance, and we'll switch sides. I usually have to have hands down for that switch. Get comfortable with your lunge or your skandasana before you try anything weird. So right heel's down, right toes up. You could have left heel lifted or set it down. Use hands and arms to counterbalance. I'm so surprised I haven't fallen because I can't normally do this without falling over. When you're ready, switch. Let's try one more time each side. And if skandasana has been working out, maybe you try to switch sides without putting the hands down. Yeah, that's super hard. All right, let's go back to wide leg forward fold. Big exhale. Breathe, set in your breath, full body breath. Inhale, hands stay down, but you come up towards halfway lift. Exhale, knees bend generously. Crawl your hands back towards whatever is the front of your room. So traveling towards the left till you enter your runner's lunge. Back knee could come down or keep it lifted. Right hand finds some grounding, hips square. We exhale, twist towards the left. Any rotation coming across the belly button line from the rib cage up that mid-waist. Left hand could half arm bind at the low back. Find a place with the head where it's not drooping, it's not lifting, it's neutral with the spine. Taking another round of breath. Inhale, untwist, set the hand, step back to plank, choose to flow, modify or skip it. Exhale, lowering halfway out to the belly. Inhale, heart opener. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to the balls of your feet. Exhale, bend your knees. Turbo plank, hold it. It's like all fours. The knees float. Next exhale. Let's walk our hands towards our feet for a different variation. You'll end up in a forward fold at the very back of your mat, knees soften. Inhale, halfway lift, get long. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees deeply. Inhale, as slow as possible, uncurl to standing. Stacking the vertebrae of the spine, coming up. Head lifts last, and shoulders release down your back, mountain pose. From mountain pose, we're going to journey to the top of our mat and practice our breath of joy for about 5 rounds with a little variation. Every time we breathe in, instead of lifting the heart, we're going to keep a long stacked head, neck, and spine, and we're going to lift our heels instead. So using the strength of the feet, lifting up from the arches. Full body breaths, land the heels. Then we bend the knees, lower the hips like you're doing a squat. We give in to gravity and flip the arms up. Inhale, lengthen, float the heels up, strengthen the arches. Exhale, land the heels and drop in, shooting the arms up. For 3, at your own pace. Breath of joy, lift the heels. Exhale. Maybe these are noisy breaths. For 2. Last one. I'll meet you in standing, floating the heels up. And we'll take the heels up and down for 5. Breathing in, breathing out, and land. 4. Last 3, extra slow. When you're done, hold the heels up, and as slowly as you can, elevator down. Heels landing very last. We're going to practice an ankle mobility drill. Walking your toes to touch, your big toes to touch, heels spaced apart. We'll hip hinge, kind of like chair, and start to make very slow circles with our knees. This mobility drill is not about the knees. Think into the ankles. By moving the knees in slow circles, can you feel the ankles getting stronger and more flexible? One more this way. We'll switch, pause, slow circles the other direction. A lot of our upright movement requires ankle mobility, ankle stability and mobility. Ankle mobility and stability as well is key for balance. And last one. From here, exhale, forward fold. Let the feet separate, hips distance, bend the knees any amount. We'll inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, and begin to sit down into a squat. I'll show a lot of variations here, so wait till you see one you like. For a squat, I'm going to have heels and toes out. Maybe the feet are about hips width or whatever works well for you. The upper back will be rounded. It's okay if you're balancing on the balls of your feet. That'll make your feet stronger. It's also okay if you have heels down. Hands to heart, elbows are lightly guiding the knees apart. If this doesn't work out, a child's pose is great here, or you can sit on your bottom and make a big diamond shape with your legs called bound angle or butterfly. So for that, feet would be together, knees apart, and if you didn't feel any hip opening and you're on your bottom, you could then lean forward. So do what's working, release anything that does not work. Let's take 3 full body breaths. I'm going to walk you through one of them just as a refresher. So we're going to inhale and feel or imagine breath coming down from the crown of the head. We soften the roof of the mouth, the throat, the navel, the pelvic floor, and the arches of the feet soften. On the way back up, when we exhale, we're scooping or suction cupping, also called locking the bandhas. So the core starts at the arches of our feet, so lows start to go up, pelvic floor, very important for your core, belly button to spine, throat, roof of the mouth, and we imagine that breath comes out of the crown of the head because that makes us get a little taller. It's also nice to imagine that energetically. So 2 more full body breaths. Inhale, soften down, and when you exhale, scoop it up. Finish up here. Inhale, slowly reversing your motions to get out of your pose, and I'll meet you in all fours. Stacking your joints, wrists under shoulders, knees beneath the hips. If you need to do a few little silly movements, go ahead and reset with a cat-cow flow. Or maybe some rib cage circles are nice. About 8 rounds of breath. If you're doing the rib cage circles, then after 4 rounds of breath, you'll have to pause and reverse. Make sure you reverse if you haven't already. I'll meet you back in all fours with joints stacked. From here, send your right leg back, lift it up, bend from the right knee, flex the right foot. Keep the hips squared and keep energizing the right leg and right foot up until you feel your hamstrings and your right glute working. Now, if your balance is agreeing with this option, come to your left fingertips, float your left hand up. Maybe you start to reach that left arm back. It's okay if you can't reach the foot. You're getting a great hamstring and glute workout. If you happen to reach the right foot, go ahead. Hug the right foot in the left hand. Start to open the heart using the mobility at the mid and upper back. Keep that right knee aligned with your right hip. When you're ready, inhale, undo it, balancing table, left arm forward, right leg back. Exhale, round your spine, left elbow, right knee, come in towards each other, little twist. Inhale, fly. Exhale, bring it in for 2, lengthen and lift. Exhale, bring it in. Last one. Inhale, fly. Exhale, and we'll release that side. Traveling to our left. Left leg goes back, lift it up. Bend from the left knee, flex the left foot. Find the hamstrings, find the glute, lift that femur bone. If you want, reach the right arm back. Maybe right hand hugs the left foot. Left knee aligned with left ankle. And we breathe. It's kind of like dancer pose, but on the ground. Lifting the heart. On an inhale, we undo it. Balancing table, right arm forward, left leg back. Exhale for 4, right knee, left knee, right elbow. Inhale forward for 3, 2, last one. Breathing in, let it go. Child's pose. Maybe it'll feel nice to open the knees so that the hips open as well. Sinking down any amount, 3 breaths. Full body breath, softening down the body, and on your exhale flexion, cupping up the body. Inhale to come up and stack your joints. All fours, we're going to find a plank variation on our elbows. Elbows under shoulders. Hold hands with yourself or set the forearms down in a number 11. Up to you. Start to walk the knees back. Lowering your hips till you find your plank position. Head, neck, and spine in alignment. Hips are neither lifted or sagging. Like a firm plank. Now if it's too easy, tuck your toes, float your knees up. If that's too easy, dip right knee down lightly and lift it. Dip left knee down lightly and lift it. For 8, alternating right, left, nice and slow. 4 more sets. Last one, lift both knees, set them down. Sphinx pose, done on your forearms. Elbows under shoulders for more gentle variation. Elbows can be forward of shoulders. Find a position that works in your body without looking up or more down. Find head, neck, and spine alignment, which usually feels more like your eye gaze is on a diagonal. Just past the hands or between them. Gently drawing arms towards your body without moving them. Opening your heart forward. Relaxing your glutes. Taking the legs wider to make your low back more comfortable. Full body breaths. Last one. Before we leave the pose, see if it feels okay in your neck to look upward. Breathing in. Exhale and drop your chin towards your chest. Full round of breath with chin to chest. Inhale. And find neutral before you exhale and come all the way onto your belly. Stacking your hands, making a pillow for your forehead. Bend your knees, feet to the sky. Give them a windshield wiper. Windshield wiping the lower legs. And whenever you're ready, setting them down. You might want to, if you're not on carpet at home, shift your mat so it can cushion under your knee, or pause and get a blanket or something for underneath. We'll do left knee first. So taking the left leg out to the side of your mat, bending from the left knee, and you'll notice right away a release into the left hip. Find something that feels beneficial. Half frog done on the belly. Now you could rest forehead in your hands, or if you don't feel any sensation on the left side, you could return to your Sphinx pose, elbows under shoulders or forward of shoulders. 3 rounds of breath. See if you can really get soft on the left side and the left leg. Could experiment with lengthening the left leg if that feels nice. Take 1 more round of breath. To get out of it, bring the heart down first. Then bend from the left knee if you lengthen that leg, and start to tuck the left leg in next to the right. Wiggle your hips side to side a few times. And we'll take this on the right side. I think I'm going to turn around so you can see my right side. You can switch whatever prop you were using under your knee for cushioning. We'll bend from the right knee and send the right leg out to our side, adjusting till you feel a beneficial hip opening on this side. Laying down forehead to hands, or Sphinx pose, done with half frog. 3 rounds of breath. Once you get comfortable on this side, if it feels beneficial to experiment with lengthening the right leg, you can. Lay back down first, then from the right knee, tuck the leg in, wiggle out your hips. If you need to do some windshield wipers, you can do that. Feet in the air, lower leg side to side slow. Bring the feet back down. Exhale, decide if you would like to do 1 more downward facing dog, or if you'd like to go straight to child's pose. I'll meet you in child's pose. Resetting for a round of breath. Inhale, move through all fours. Find a seat on your bottom. We'll have some different options with the arms and the legs here. First option, crisscross applesauce, having the right leg crossed in front. Second option, crossing right leg on top of left, maybe a half lotus, right ankle on left thigh. Maybe moving towards eagle legs is our third option, which has still right over left, but moving towards stacking the knees-ish. Now forget about what it looks like, because it always looks weird, and it doesn't have to look any certain way, but feel into it. So both glutes are kind of trending towards the ground. You feel a stretch maybe in the glutes, definitely in the hips, maybe outer legs. Make sure all of that feels beneficial. We'll take right arm under left for a big hug. Softening your shoulders, neck lengthens. The goal of placing the arms like this is to open the space between your shoulder blades and stretch your shoulders. If you don't feel that happening, eagle your arms is the second option. So left arm tucks into right elbow crease. From eagle, we could experiment with lifting the elbows or drawing them down. We could experiment with forearms closer or further from the face. See where you can soften. Take one more breath here, really squeezing the arms towards each other, wrapping the legs, full body breath. On your inhale, undo the arms, leave the legs as they are, and on an exhale, if you think it will feel beneficial, go ahead and fold forward over whatever position your legs are in. 2 breaths. Make them deep breaths or full body breaths. On an inhale, begin to untangle yourself, and we'll switch sides. So left leg is going to go in front for the crisscross, or left leg is going to go on top, left ankle, right thigh for half lotus, or left leg's going to cross on top of right, and the knees are going to sort of stack, glutes trending both down towards the ground. Left arm under right, big hug. If that isn't opening the shoulders, then we tuck right elbow into left elbow crease, and we eagle, experimenting with elbow position and forearm position. 3 breaths. Start to unwind the arms, leave the legs just right where they are. Exhale, option to forward folds. Breathe. One more round of breath. Inhale, start to sit back up. Undo the legs, take them forward. Maybe give the legs a little wiggle. We'll sit in staff pose, another core strengthener. Legs are long, knees soft. Feet gently flexed, hands down for more support. Maybe you make fists with your hands. You try to reach them to the ground, lengthening your neck, pressing the shoulders down. If you would like, you could reach arms up. Breathing here. As you exhale, kind of shift your muscle out from under you to be more comfortable in your low back. Round back just a little bit with legs long. Reach the arms forward, chin to chest. Inhale, it's like a half sit-up. Exhale, round back. For 2. Last one. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, take your hands down like we did for reverse tabletop. You can do this with knees bent, feet down. Try it out. Inhale, lift the hips, gazing forward or up. Back if it feels good. Exhale, hips come down. We're going to have an option for reverse tabletop with legs long. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. So just see what's working. I'm going to point my toes so that I have my heels down on the ground. I'm going to keep my knees soft the whole time, but there will just be a micro bend in my knees. Now you don't have to lift your hips. You could just imagine them lifting. That's the start. Neck is long. Inhale and start to lift the hips up any amount. Reverse plank, looking forward, upward or back. If you feel any strain, come down right away. If it feels good, keep it. And on an exhale, lower down. I'll meet you in a seat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. We're going to take our time rolling down. If you feel any core strain or lower back strain, come to your side and then fully release. If it feels beneficial, keep going. All the way to your back, full body stretch. Arms overhead, point your toes, breathing in, breathing out. See if it feels like a release in your lower back to pigeon toe the feet. Toes turn in, heels turn out. And then try the other way, heels in, toes out. And bend your knees, set your feet down, option for bridge pose. I'm going to tuck my shoulders under my body, chin draws down towards my chest. Hands beside my hips, inhale. Start to roll up one vertebrae of your spine at a time, lifting your hips any amount. Exhale, I'm going to slowly uncurl one vertebrae of our spine at a time, hips landing last. Try that twice more, see if it feels good. No clenching of the hips, of the glutes. And exhale, one more. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, uncurl down. Now if it felt good, we're going to come up and hold our bridge, not our breath. Full body breath. Stare down at your belly. Watch it fully expand as you breathe in and fully deflate as you breathe out. Breathing down the body and softening the locks, the spaces of the core. Exhale and suction cupping up, soles of the feet at the arches, the pelvic floor, the navel, the throat, the roof of the mouth. One more full body breath. Inhale. Exhale very slowly, uncurl and come down. Take a round of breath at neutral. We'll take our arms out, shoulder width, shoulder length, like wings, palms up or down. Separate your feet, hips width or wider. Exhale, windshield wiper, your legs to the left, gaze to the right. Inhale, bringing the eye gaze and the knees up. Exhale, legs go right, gaze goes left. Inhale, bring everything back up to the starting position. Exhale, legs to the left. If you want, stack the top leg over the lower leg for a deeper twist. Then start to rotate across your mid-waist. You can change your eye gaze towards the right any amount. But if you feel any cranking in your neck or any other places where you're feeling too much effort, then back off a little and find some more ease. 2 breaths. Inhale, start to crawl back out of it. Make your way to center. Reset. Then exhale, windshield wiper your legs to the right, gaze to the left. Maybe you're going to stack that top leg over the lower leg for a deeper twist. Search for ease. Soften. 2 breaths. When you're ready, inhale, start to crawl your way back to center. Once you get there, exhale, hug your legs in. Hug under your thighs or hug over your shins, whatever works. Maybe you want to rock side to side. When you feel content, we'll meet in seated however you get there. Of course, I have a fun idea, so maybe you're going to hold under your thighs. As you rock and roll, you're not going to allow yourself to rock onto the neck or head. You'll rock back onto the shoulders if that happens. Maybe you just rock up one time, or maybe it's super fun and you continue to rock but only back to the shoulders and then up. If you can, as you rock and roll, try not to let the feet touch the ground. So maybe you're catching yourself with your core. You're lifting that heart up and open. Let's do 3 more if you're still having fun. Otherwise, go to the seat. And we'll meet you in seated. From seated, anything that works. Crisscross applesauce maybe. We're going to take a seated rest. If you have a preference and you'd rather do that, I won't know. Otherwise, seated Shavasana today. Palms on the thighs, maybe turned up for more energy. Soften your shoulders. Bringing ease down the body with a full body breath in. 1 more full body breath out. Releasing control over your breath slowly, letting the full body engagement fade away. Slowly the breaths become less deep, more natural, until finally you're just breathing in your own special way. Take a few minutes. And begin to deepen your breath. Begin to invite some small wiggles back into your body. Maybe wiggling your fingers, your toes. Fluttering your eyes open. Thank you for joining me for this core focus practice today. With awareness and engagement, we will eventually rebuild our cores with this practice or maintain the core strength that we already have. So very exciting things. If you enjoyed this video, there's a lot more like this. I think I have like 100-something videos of that. I believe like 30 of them are yoga classes. There's a lot on my channel, lots of variety, lots of yoga. So if you want to subscribe, it's free and that'd be really cool. Namaste.